Hello everyone. I'm just going to show you how to do a really simple gradebook setup. So we are right here in my gradebook, and we have a really simple mark breakdown. So assignment 1 is worth 10%, assignment 2 worth 20, midterm worth 30, and final worth 40%. And I've already set up my assignments, and if we go into edit settings for assignment 1, we're going to see that the grade item, I'm going to set it to 65. So I've set it to some sort of arbitrary number. Let's say I'm marking an essay and I'm going to have it out of 65. And I believe assignment 2 I've set to 100%, but I'll just double check that. So in this breakdown, what you're going to do is you're going to set your assignments to whatever you want them to be. So right, this is set to 100, which is the default. And then we're going to add the weights in our gradebook. So we have our 2 assignments here, but we have to add grade items for the midterm and the final. So let's go to our gradebook. And if we go from grader report in this dropdown to gradebook setup, we'll see that we have our assignment 1 is set to 65 and our assignment 2 is set to 100. So let's add our other items. So the other item that we have is midterm, and I'm going to be marking that by hand in this hypothetical situation, and I'm going to give this midterm a grade of 75, so it's out of 75 points, and I'm going to save the changes. Then I'm going to add the final exam, so I'm going to add another grade item and add the final exam. And the final exam, I'm going to mark it. I'm going to mark this hypothetical final exam by hand, and it's going to be out of 104 points. Let's save those changes. So now I've also forgotten how much these grade items are worth, so I'm going to go back to my home page, and I am going to write this down. So we have 10, 20, 30, and 40. That's a pretty easy breakdown. So I'm going to go back to my gradebook. I'm going to click this drop down again and click gradebook setup. And now I am going to add weights to all of these items. So right now, all I have in here is what I've marked each of these assignments or assignments or tests out of. But I'm going to have to add weights to these to give the students their weight for their final mark. So I'm going to go to the top of the class and I'm going to click edit settings, and show more under category name. We're going to change it from simple weighted mean of grades to weighted mean of grades. I'm going to scroll down and click Save Changes. So now we have these weights. So these weights are going to be where we're going to put our mark breakdowns in. So if I'm marking something out of 65, the assignment 1, I want it to have a weight of 10% of their final mark. So I'm just going to put 10 here. So again, something out of 100, I want it to be 20. I want this 100 weight out of 20% of their final mark. So we're going to do 20. Their midterm is out of 30, and their final exam is out of 40. Now scroll down and save changes, and that's it. Your gradebook is set up. So you're going to be marking and entering grades out of 65, out of 100, out of 75, out of 104, but Moodle is going to reweigh it to be out of 10, 20, 30, and 40. And that's it.